Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. At least 3 people have been killed and another 13 injured after Russia attacked Odesa with what Ukraine says was 10 missiles and 10 drones. Here, footage showing the destruction of a multi-storey building following the missile strike on the Ukrainian Black Sea port city. The strategic port is vital to Ukraine's grain exports through the Black Sea, but it has come under fire relatively infrequently during the war. 3 civilians were also killed in the Donetsk region. The strikes come as Ukraine's counter-offensive continues, with officials claiming around a square mile of territory has been gained in the past 3 days. 2 Japanese soldiers have been killed and another injured after a new recruit opened fire at a military training range in central Japan. An 18-year-old trainee was detained on the spot and arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, according to officials. They allege the male shooter fired 8 times at instructors during a shooting drill in Gifu. Details about the other victims in their 20s and 50s are not yet known, but they were all instructors at the facility. 2 of the 3 people killed in Tuesday's attacks in Nottingham have been named as students at Nottingham University. 19-year-olds Barnaby Webber and Grace Kumar were killed, as was Ian Coates, a school caretaker in his 60s. 3 people were hit by a van police believe was stolen from the older victim. A suspect was tasered by police before being arrested on suspicion of murder. Counter-terrorism police are involved in the investigation, but no link to extremism has been confirmed.
Mr. Speaker, I know the whole House will want to thank the emergency services for their ongoing response to the shocking incident in Nottingham yesterday. Our thoughts are with those injured and with the families of those who lost their lives.
Thousands of mourners have gathered outside Milan's Duomo Cathedral for the state funeral of Silvio Berlusconi. People gathered in lines along the route of his hearse earlier. His state funeral was held in the city's Grand Cathedral and was led by the Archbishop of Milan as Italy held a national day of mourning. The former Prime Minister, Italy's longest-serving premier, who led 4 governments across 3 spells as Prime Minister, died on Monday, aged 86. He had been unwell for several years. Local Italian media reported that Mr. Berlusconi passed away after being admitted to hospital last Friday. Around 45,000 people in India and Pakistan have been evacuated as parts of the countries brace for an extremely severe cyclone to hit on Thursday evening. Biparjoy, a cyclone over the Arabian Sea, is forecast to make landfall in Kutch in the western Indian state of Gujarat. In Pakistan, the storm is expected to hit the coast of Sindh province and affect parts of Karachi city. 7 people have died in India amid heavy rains so far. The Gujarat government said it has evacuated nearly 38,000 people to safety from its coastal districts. The Weather Office has warned people of blackouts and flooding.
NDRF has deployed 18 teams. 1 team has been deployed in Diu, UT. And besides NDRF, 13 teams of SDRF have also been deployed. There have been massive evacuation which has been undertaken since the past 2 days by the stakeholders, including NDRF, the state forces, and about 45,000 plus locals have been evacuated to safer places.
At least 59 migrants have drowned and more than 100 have been rescued after their fishing vessel capsized off the coast of southern Greece. The shipwreck is the deadliest off Greece this year. It is unclear how many people were on the vessel when it sank about 50 miles southwest of Pylos. Greece's Coast Guard said the boat was spotted in international waters late on Tuesday, but that the passengers refused any help and that none on board were wearing life jackets. The boat was reportedly en route to Italy from Libya, with most of those on board reportedly men in their 20s. And Pope Francis has had surgery on his abdomen at Rome's Gemelli Hospital. That's according to a Vatican statement. It added that his medical team had decided in recent days that surgery was required and that he was expected to stay in hospital for a few days to recover. Pope Francis has been working from hospital after a hernia surgery. The Vatican has cancelled all of the Pope's audiences until June the 18th. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.